the truth about time. It's about time that we know. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the truth about time. What I think time is and what I once thought it was. And so, time is it's very prevalent nowadays because, it helps us with getting to know, with our routines and stuff like that. It helps us get familiar with our routine. And so I want to share with you what I think about time, what I believe, my belief system around time, and what I once thought that time was. And so time, we have to realize that time is a man-made concept, you know what I mean? And I once thought that time really dictated my, everyday life, you know what I mean? I thought that time is like pretty much necessary. But, we have to realize that time was actually invented by somebody. Somebody created the clock. Somebody created the numbers that we know of that are time, you know what I mean? And so I originally thought that, that's kind of what it was for. It was just for us to practice routine. But in reality, someone created it for the sake of work purposes, so that they would know when to get out of work. You know what I mean? And, in today's society, a lot of us are workers, you know what I mean? That's kind of what we've been taught to do, is to work. And so I think that time is prevalent, very, very much so in today's society, because we've been conditioned to believe that we have to go to school in order to get a job, in order to become successful, but in reality, the people who are teaching us at school are workers, you know what I mean? They were brought up to work, you know what I mean? To go by the schedule, which is time, the 9 to 5, right? That's kind of what it's about. And, but in reality, the only thing that time only exists in the present moment. The only thing that time is relative to is the now, you know what I mean? Which I always like to say, time is now, you know what I mean? Because the most important moment of your life is right now. And so, which is why I say, it's very important to become grateful in everyday life, whatever we're doing. Because these blessings are going to come to us tenfold if we're grateful for what we already have, you know what I mean? And so, which is why I think the idea of time, it's just, it's a man-made concept, and we have to really go back to what time was before the clock was invented, what time was before an actual numeric schedule was created, right? What was time back then? You know what I mean? And time relative to the clock was the present moment. It was just now. That's all that they knew was time. It was sunrise and sunset. But, in reality, time is now. You know what I mean? Think about, like, the last time think about the memories that you've seen, like, on your Facebook page that's, like, from 2012, and you think to yourself, you're like, man, that seemed like it was just yesterday, because technically it was, because the only thing that exists, the only time that's present is now, you know what I mean? The only time that exists is the now, which is why, the past, present, and future is all happening at one time. And that might sound confusing, but, that's pretty much what it is. That's why we're able to manifest our dream reality effortlessly. It's because it's when we start to understand that time is always on our side, and we don't ever have to worry about time. You know, that's why time is, that's why people who are very abundant realize that time is now. The past, they realize that the future is already here. They realize that the past is already here. They realize that the present is just a combination of all three of those. It's all happening at once. That's why when we look back, back at the clock, when we look at like memories from like a year to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, we start to realize like, man, that really wasn't that far. That really wasn't long ago. You know what I mean? And so it's because the only moment that's prevalent is the now, which is why I think it's important to just really take in the small things and really just be grateful for the present moment. And the more you're grateful for the present moment, the more and more the universe will grant you your blessings, your deepest desires. And so with that, my friends, that's going to be the end of this video. I know it was a little bit short today, but I wanted to just kind of go over my opinion on time and what I once thought it was, which it was the schedule, you know what I mean? But now it's just, time is pretty much, it's now, you know what I mean? And now that I realize that, it's really been able to kind of keep me grounded and just really focus on the present moment, you know what I mean? And so with that being said, guys, I love you so much. I really appreciate the continued support that I've been getting. It's been amazing. I've gained like 6 subscribers in the past like few days, which has been awesome. And so I appreciate all your guys' support. Feel free to comment and make down below if you have any questions, or if you want me to make a video on a certain topic that you want me to talk about. That being said, guys, my Instagram's right here, my Twitter will be right here, and then my TikTok is going to be over here as well. So make sure to hit me up on social media. That being said, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, my friends. Mwah.